right, y'all. Happy Monday. Hey, that's pretty good, 5 a.m. That's some pretty good energy, especially for a Monday. Pretty good. All right. Let's see. Anything on the way of announcements? I don't think so. We got Murph next Monday. Yeah. Means overhead work probably needs some more. Just kind of keep in mind that what we're doing Monday is Murph. So the things we're doing this week are to prepare us for Murph. And I have gone through the effort to make sure that this is a very strategic week in order to not only keep our strength up, continue to build endurance, but also not fatigue us. A lot of people will kind of make some mistakes the week before a big event or a competition where they take too much time off because they're thinking they have this big workout coming, but you tend to build lactic acid and all that kind of stuff continues to get worse. Your ability to breathe starts dropping if you take too many days off. You're better off just continuing life like you normally do and train like you normally do all the way up to it. That way your body's in its prime and it's already active and everything's going well. So anyway, we're just kind of keeping the back of your mind throughout the week. We are getting ourselves ready for next Monday. And then next Tuesday is the DEXA scan. And on our announcements on the app, the schedule is up. So you can click that now and pick a time. I have not done it. I'm not going to pick a time until everybody else does to make sure that everybody gets a spot. So I don't know what times are available. Y'all just have to click it and then pick your own time. Anyway, so we got 4 minutes of cardio today. We got 20 seconds of banded hip stretch. We're going to do that in 3 different ways. I'm going to show you that at the end. Then we've got the banded bicep stretch, the normal one we've been doing. Lean away, let it pull your arm out to the side. Then you're going to do the scap face pulls. So you're going to pull to your chest 10 times, pull to the face 10 times, and you're going to try to keep your shoulders down. So let me show you those hip banded work. So the way this is going to work, you're going to get your leg inside this band. Yes, we do have new bands. You're going to put your leg inside this band, and we're going to go 3 different directions. So you're going to crawl out a little bit and go down onto the hands and knees, and this band is pulling your hip backwards. It's actually pulling your femur backwards in your socket. So you can get down in this position, and then you can kind of sink your hip one side or the other. The best stretch for most people is when you send your hip to the outside. So if the band is on my right, I'm sending my hip to the right. And then you can work your body to the other side, and you can just kind of hang out there for 20 seconds. Then you're going to turn sideways, and very similar, you're going to sit down into it, and then this band is going to be pulling your hip or your femur towards the right side of your socket, and you just send your hips back and let that stretch. And then the third way, you're going to be facing the rig, but you're up on a knee here, as if we're doing Samson lunge. It's pretty much exactly the same. Except for, I want you to try and squeeze the glute. So activate your butt cheek, and then you're going to kind of lunge forward while keeping your glutes really tight. You can also reach up and over, hold that for 20 seconds. And all of this is meant to loosen up the muscles around the hip and also activate your glutes. Yep. The first 2, you're on hands and knees. And then the last one is basically Samson lunge facing the rig. It'll make sense once you're in it, because the only way we're not going is where the band is pulling across you, which would be really difficult to get yourself in that position anyway. So you're going to do 20 seconds of each one of those in all 3 directions. I would grab an ab mat after you're done with that cardio, because that band is pulling you, and then your knee is on this rubber floor. It's not the most comfortable thing in the world. So I'd grab an ab mat to put my knee on. Yeah, do it on both legs and go all 3 positions in each one, and I'll just kind of hover around y'all when you're doing it to remind you. Then we have our normal lunges, back rack lunges. So get that bar on your back, step backwards and down, stand all the way up. Your main focus is staying straight up and down, keeping your weight balanced on that front foot, and just work through it. You got 4 on each side. We're going to do 8 rounds. Each round's 2 minutes. Y'all should be used to this one by now, or at least understand how it goes. Then we have a 10-minute AMRAP.
Is that our last week?
No, we have one more. Yeah, no, it is, because Monday's birth. Yeah, yep. The other imams will do throughout the next week. Each division is a different amount of reps. If you're doing RX, it's 15 pull-ups, 15 push-ups, 15 air squats, 150-meter row. If you're doing comp, that goes up to 25 of each and 250 on the row. And if you're doing burn, it's 10 of each and 100 meters on the row. So the numbers are all kind of similar for each division. The idea here is for you to be able to work through all these different movements. We're going to do in Murph multiple times. Get your heart rate up, work through those movements, get your heart rate up, work through those movements. This is similar to if you do Murph, what we would call partitioned, which is in rounds instead of just straight through like it normally is. For the burn, you could do banded pull-ups or ring rows. I would pick whatever you think you're going to do when we do Murph. And remember, when we do Murph, there's a bunch of different ways to split up Murph. Some people do half the reps in distance. Some people do a quarter of the reps in distance. There's nothing wrong with any of those. I had somebody tell me over the weekend, well, I just don't want to disrespect, that it's supposed to be for somebody who died and this. And I'm like, you being here and doing anything is better than you not being here and doing nothing. So any variation of Murph is a good thing. And it's Memorial Day, so that's Monday, and we're only open for that one class. I'm going to open at 9. We're going to start the workout at 10. The last person should be out of here by, 12 o'clock at the latest. More than likely, everyone will be done in an hour and a half. Unless somebody picks, something really heavy. Yep, anybody could come. If y'all want to bring any friends that work out. If you want to bring friends that don't work out, that's up to you and your friendship. It's hard. So everybody who doesn't work out here is just going to come in, sign a waiver, and then do the workout, right? And hopefully they can be humble enough to do a smart variation of it to where they just don't want to quit working out for the rest of their lives kind of thing. You guys know how it is. You've been through it. So anyway, any questions on any of that? Sweet. Let's warm up. We got 4 minutes of cardio, then we're going to jump into some mobility stuff. Use a bunch of bands today. See if we can get loose.